let's just get comfy wherever we are. And when we feel ready, we can close the eyes and just bring the attention inwards. And these initial moments we'll just use to find that comfortable position in the body. Simply come into rest within the body, wherever we're seated. Generally, as we're rested inwards, there's a natural surrender into all of the movements of sensation of the body, all the movements of thought in the mind, any emotions or feelings that are present. There's a simple surrender into the entirety of these sensations. And it's as if our perception is expanding in every direction eternally. So it's encompassing every possible sensation that could be happening all simultaneously. So while we may, on the surface, seem to be focused on one sensation in the body in some particular area or one particular stream of thought, we can expand the perception or expand our view so that we're simultaneously aware of everything at the same time. And initially, this actually sometimes can be overwhelming because maybe there's so much going on in the mind or the body or emotions, everything is happening, all of the above. But there's also can be a sense of surrender where we don't need to have or take ownership of any of these sensations, any of these thoughts, emotions, as if they're our own or as if we created them in some way. We're just simply with everything exactly as it is, exactly as it's arising. And to feel into this more viscerally, there can be a focus on the breath, where there's a very gentle and slow inhale coming in through the nose, about 5 to 8 seconds. And a very gentle exhale through the nose, 5 to 8 seconds or even longer. You may even be able to slow down the breath even more, where you have a natural flow, so you're not straining yourself, but it's a very slow, gentle inhale through the nose, where it feels like the entirety of your body is breathing, every cell in the body is breathing. And on the exhale, the same thing, very slow, gentle release. And on every exhale, it's as if your attention or sense of self expands, again, eternally in every direction. Through every breath, it's as if there's a deeper sensitivity, a deeper compassion and gentleness to every cell in creation, every sensation, the slightest and most subtle sensation that you may feel within the body, outside the body, around the body. Within the most foundational levels of the energetic anatomy, every sensation is essentially almost brought forth or brought together with this breath. It's as if you're connecting to everything within yourself through this breath, through the inhale, and then as you're exhaling the gentleness of that compassion through every cell. Moving into every crevice of the body. It's almost like it's a pale silver golden filament with rainbow pastel colors, and they're like diamond crystals. And every time you're breathing these crystals through the entirety of yourself, expanding in every direction. There's no limits, no boundary, and yet there's still a sense of self here. And you still feel safe within yourself, within your individuated identity. You may even feel through this breath that there are particular regions of the body that it's almost like you cannot perceive. Because when we come with the intention that this breath is moving 360 degrees, it's like expanding out and contracting in through a sphere. And the breath is moving through every angle of that sphere, every angle of the body. So here is where we can bring the attention into the regions where you may not be able to perceive a certain region of the body. It feels like it's a blank screen, or it's something that cannot be accessed. But through this breath, we're breathing through so that the sensitivity or expansion moves through the entirety of our sphere, our bubble. So the breath may continue at this pace of 5 to 8 seconds in the inhale, and the same or longer on the exhale, so gently, so softly, with such compassion and a peaceful attitude. At a certain point, the breath may take on a life of its own, or you may not even feel the need to breathe, but you feel this sensitivity throughout every cell, the most fundamental building blocks of creation that you feel as a part of yourself. We're emitting this oscillating frequency of compassion. Again, with that pastel rainbow, it's like your whole body is oscillating. You can feel those waves of oscillating light that send these waves of compassion through every cell. And it's as if every cell in the body, or within what you call yourself, is an individual person, identity, consciousness. So we can see that as we're bringing this compassion and peacefulness within every cell of the body, we're actually bringing that to every being within creation. There's really no difference. To the degree we can feel this sense of self-love and self-compassion and peacefulness throughout our own being, this is the degree in which this can be oscillated into any relationship or connection or interaction, etc. And so through this attention, we can feel into these vast structures of our light body, our Asha body, spirit body, our plasma body, all these various layers that we may not even need to know the conceptualization of what these mean or what they look like, but we can start to sense them. We can sense our aura or our extended anatomy, sometimes ranging as big as the planet or even beyond. But we're essentially just this oscillating flame of rainbow light, sound, geometry, and we can feel that oscillating light through every cell and expand it even just into our immediate physical surrounding. And yet, even within all this, there is still an emptiness, a spaciousness within the core of every movement of energy, sound, light. Every cell essentially is still empty. So while we may feel the movements of this oscillation and the subtlety at the core, everything is empty and spacious. Everything is light. Nothing has any true weight. And this can even wash away aspects of what one used to be their identity, which is simply an amalgamation of thoughts, intentions, beliefs, energetic building blocks that give us a sense of individuation or individuality. But in these layers, as we expand into other viewpoints or perceptions of self, those identities may shift and change. And this is often when the mind may get a little uneasy, or layers of energetic density, stagnation may start to reveal itself. And it's all good. Because even when the ego mind thinks things are dying or falling away or not existing anymore, or there's death, there's still this here, whatever this is. Call it a beingness, isness, I amness, presence. There's a knowing of something still here, that in which will always remain. This time and space of silence can be just for this inner exploration. It's really infinite what we can explore within this space. Whether that's just basking within this inner silence and peace that reverberates through every cell and through every sensation, where we see every sensation that arises as God itself or the peace of God, where there's no need to judge or resist or attach ourselves to any particular sensation, because it's all equalized within this peace of God. Then, of course, there also can be the movement of intention, wherever we place our focus or whatever topic or particular subject or energy we'd like to tune to. From this space, the speed in which we can download or inquire is quite efficient, I should say. And likewise with the exploration of the anatomy, as we consciously move our attention through the anatomy, whether that's the physical anatomy or any layer of our energetic or light body structure, this is where we get to know ourselves better. And quite often we don't even need to go looking for anything. Whatever is requiring our attention will just simply arise, and we can be with that. This is also where we can live more psychically, where we're in tune with our surroundings, be it nature, relationships, situations, because we're connected to that unified field of energy. Whatever's naturally arising within can guide us and direct us into harmonious situations or circumstances, relationships, interactions, because we're cyclically connected. This could be in the form of telepathy or seeing things before they happen, or just having a sense of something, being empathetic. When and as all things feel complete in any particular moment, we're returned to a simultaneous empty spaciousness of peace that also encompasses a complete love or self-love, where we see that as this self-love is emitted through every cell in our being, this emanates also within every cell of creation, other beings, circumstances, planets, stars, universes. It's truly limitless. So we're bringing our perception and our self-love to encompass the all, eternal. Where everything returns to its completion and divine perfection. recognize our direct connection to God or God Source and its peaceful, compassionate, loving nature, and reverberate just through the simple recognition within every cell of being or every sensation, every perception. It's not that we don't face potential discomforts or natural challenges that require action. It's just that everything is equalized back into this perception of peace, a certain neutrality, where we can simply do what's necessary rather than acting through the fog of personal desire, wants, traumas, etc., etc. And even if that's the case where we're acting within these lenses, this peace, this foundational love is still always present. And what can be eventually returned to. Because in truth, you never left it. So some of us may feel here. Some of us may like to continue. And of course, whether the eyes are open or closed, the continuation of this is always there. So whatever we feel like we'd like to do, whether it's move the body or take a breath or open the eyes closed, do as we like. Moments to just settle into that.